Hey, Tim.
Hey, Greg.
You know, we are at the last episode of our first season.
Yeah, I can't believe it's been a year already.
Crazy, right? Well, Tim and I are happy to announce some new additions to the Latch-Key Dad podcast family.
That's right. We are expanding and branching out to new shows with hot topics to reach a broader audience.
It's so exciting, Tim. So now we're going to give a small sample of each of our new podcasts.
Okay, Greg, I know you are really excited for this one.
Heck yeah.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Tim.
So the first of our new podcasts that we are introducing is something that we're really excited about. Being dads and husbands, as well as working, can sometimes make time difficult to come by, specifically time for writing content for our podcast.
Yeah.
So we're pulling in some new technology. We'll be using the AI content generator, ChatGPT.
Welcome to Latch-Key GPT, the podcast for fathers who are taking care of business and raising kids at the same time. I'm Tim, and I'm here with Greg.
Hey, Tim, great to be here. Today, we're going to take a trip down memory lane to the 1980s.
Ah, the 80s, the decade of big hair, neon clothes, and awesome music.
Absolutely, Tim. And speaking of music, let's start with our first segment, 80s hits that our kids need to know.
That's right, our kids may be growing up in a different era, but that doesn't mean they can't appreciate the classics. Today, we're going to talk about Sweet Child O' Mine by Guns N' Roses.
Ah, one of the all-time greats. I remember listening to this song on my Walkman while walking to school.
And now we can introduce it to our kids. It's a great way to bond with them and share a bit of our own childhood.
Alright, for our next segment, let's talk about some of the toys and games we used to play with when we were kids.
Oh, I remember playing with my Transformers and my Rubik's Cube.
And how about Atari? I spent hours playing Pac-Man and Space Invaders.
Those were the days. Our kids have so much technology at their fingertips now. It's easy to forget the simple joys of playing with a toy or a board game.
But you know what? I think some of those classic games and toys are still popular today. I've seen kids playing with Rubik's Cubes and enjoying it just as much as we did.
That's true. And speaking of technology, let's move on to our final segment, 80s tech that we can't live without.
Ah, the 80s. The decade that gave us the personal computer and the Walkman.
And let's not forget the VCR. That was a game changer.
And how about the cassette tape? I had so many mixtapes that I made for myself and my friends.
It's amazing how much technology has advanced since then, but some of those old school gadgets still hold a special place in our hearts.
That's right, Tim. And who knows, maybe in another 20 or 30 years, our kids will look back at the technology of today with the same nostalgia that we have for the 80s.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for listening to Latch-Key GPT, and we'll be back soon with more tips and stories for dads on the go.
Until next time, keep on rockin' and rollin'.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, Greg.
That sounds really exciting.
I know, right? A podcast completely generated by AI? Fantastic.
What more could you want, right? Well, if that sounds exciting to you, listeners, please check out Latch-Key GPT and like and subscribe.
That's right.
All right, now we're on to our next podcast. Check it out.
All right. Hello and welcome back to Latch-Key Coaches, the podcast that reinforces bad behavior by fathers watching their kids play sports.
That's right, Tim, and boy, do we have a great show for you all today.
We've got an interview with Bob Scullison, the father who rushed his son's wrestling match.
Wow, I can't wait to hear his totally logical reason for violating league rules and embarrassing his son.
And after that, we'll have the top 10 ways to start a fight with a kid's dad from the other team.
But first, we're going to complain about why our kids aren't getting enough playing time, and then rant about participation trophies.
All this and more on the next episode of Latch-Key Coaches. Hey, Greg.
Hey, Tim.
Wow, that Latch-Key Coaches sounds like an awesome podcast.
I'm hooked.
Yeah. So please like and subscribe to Latch-Key Coaches.
All right, now we're on to our next podcast. Check it out.
All right. Hello, and welcome to Latch-Key Moms, the podcast all about how to organize everything. Today we organize our shoes for the 800th time.
I think we should organize them by color this time around.
I like that, but what about creating capsule wardrobes with each shoe paired with its perfect outfit?
Oh, that is exciting. And then, after that, we can check our ThreadUp accounts and see what's happening over there.
Ooh, I just found some Louboutins on Poshmark.
I was also thinking, if we have time, we'll go through my husband's desk, organize it, and throw away anything we think he doesn't need.
So ladies, grab your rosé, comfy PJs, and settle in for another perfectly organized episode of Latch-Key Moms.
Well, that is just plain exciting, Tim.
I know, Latch-Key Moms, fantastic.
It might just blow away Latch-Key Dads for all we know.
Yeah, they might take over.
They might.
Yeah.
Make sure you check that out at your anywhere podcasts are available.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
All right, now we're on to our next podcast. Check it out.
All right.
Welcome to Latch-Key Puzzling on the Ocho.
That's right, Greg. Today we have an exciting match on hand. Let's get right to the action.
Tonight's matchup features 68-year-old Ethel from down the street.
That's right, Greg. Ethel is coming off a huge Calico Cat 500-piece puzzle from last week.
But tonight is really going to be a challenge as she takes on the 750-piece Ravensburger mammoth known as the White Mountain.
She might have bitten off more than she can chew. Let's get to the action.
She's going straight for a piece. Looks like it might go on the edge. It is.
What makes you think that?
One side is flat.
Wow, Ethel is really in the zone. She's finding edge pieces right out of the gate.
Looks like she found another edge piece, Tim, but... oh no, she dropped it.
Oh man, that's going to crush her time. With her bad back, this might take a while.
Oh, and tragedy has struck. Her cat has picked up the piece and run off with it.
And she didn't notice. Greg, she didn't notice. And she's gone back to the well in search of another piece.
Well, she's back at it, and it looks like she's connecting two sides, and she does.
Those two pieces are a perfect match. That connection is brought to you by Pro Puzzling's partner, Match.com. Find your missing piece at Match.com.
Well, Tim, here we are off to another exciting episode, so sit tight and enjoy Latch-Key Puzzling.
Oh wait, the cat is back on the scene and it appears it has also bitten off more than it can chew. Hey Greg.
Hey, Tim.
How you doing?
Good. How's it going, man?
Pretty good.
Yeah. So, those are the new additions to our podcast family. What'd you think?
I don't know. I think there's some real gems in there.
Really good,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I love puzzling, so I'm really excited to hear a podcast all about puzzling.
That's great. And a podcast from, a mom's point of view.
Sure.
Sounds
be
pretty
better.
good, yeah. But we would like our listeners to email us if you got a favorite one, want to tell us what you think. It's dads@latchkeydads.com.
That's right. And we also want to extend a sincere thank you to all of our listeners that have joined us along the way over this last year, and looking forward to new exciting episodes to offer to you with season number 2.
Most definitely. Thanks for sticking through for the whole year, and excited for the next one.
Cool.
Thanks, fans.
Yep. Thank you.
Can't get enough Latch-Key Dad content? Well, check out latchkeydads.com.
That's right, Greg. On our website, we've got a plethora of photos from each episode, as well as other interesting links to content that we talk about on the show.
Yeah, Tim, I really enjoy all the pictures that you put up there, as they really bring the episode home.
Yeah, I guess I'm not afraid to show those embarrassing photos of my childhood. So, yeah, we encourage you to check out the website, latchkeydads.com, for all that content.
Excellent. And if you have a moment, check out our shop page where we've got really cool keychains for sale. If you don't know what to get your dad for Christmas, the holidays, Father's Day, birthday, check it out. It's a cool gift. Tim, did you know that listeners should like, review, and subscribe to the Latch-Key Dads podcast?
No. But now I know.
No,
Knowing is half the battle.